Cradle, Dogs of Fount, Chapter 30, Part 2. So in effect, it would take someone Porter's age almost 2 months to make what he could make at the Yellowfin in 3 weeks. The walk home was pleasant with no need for a jacket, yet he was still cool in one of his heavier pair of tan slacks. Inez complimented him on them as they left school today, and he lied and said they were old, when in fact Dad bought them just 2 weekends ago. He had good taste. The neighborhood was quiet this afternoon. It was just the whoosh of the breeze and the chirping, chattering birds flying like black flecks from tree to tree. Port, it was the mailman Chris. Oh hey Chris. Port, you have a letter today, just letting you know, Chris said amicably. Thanks Chris. Wonder who it's from, Porter said in the last more to himself. Chris turned to the next driveway, nodded. You betcha. Stan's car wasn't in the driveway, and Porter honestly wondered what the heck his brother was going through now. He was even more distant than Dad. Sure, Stan loved his mom, but Porter would say that he wasn't that close to her compared to him. It just went to show him that people may hide their feelings more than the boy had guessed before. At the mailbox, Porter pulled the thin metal tab and took out the stack. There were ad mailers, bills, and government announcements. Then he saw the letter for him. It was a plain white envelope with just the address here and Porter's name. There was no return address. Porter thought that maybe that meant it wasn't that important and stuck it in his backpack. Inside, the house still smelled like the hash browns Dad cooked this morning. Porter caught a glimpse of a loud, buzzing fly slashing across the living room and hoped they wouldn't invade in droves like they did a couple summers ago. He let his hand slide on the wooden banister as he skipped the stairs to his room. He forgot to take off his shoes downstairs and kicked them off in front of his closet and fell on the bed. He got the letter out and opened it. It wasn't long. That wasn't Chef Jack's style. It just said the dishwasher position freed up and he was to start tomorrow after school if he still wanted it. It also included, "Don't say I never do anything for you, kid." Yes, Porter said to himself, and knew he was going to have trouble falling asleep tonight and concentrating in class tomorrow. He'd been working for the last week and a half, and he had about half of the 150 credits saved up. He didn't use the cash on anything not absolutely necessary, and as a young worker, he now could use a pass to ride the bus for free. That meant an extra 20 credits saved each week. He'd been walking out the north door beside the field bordering the small woods, and then looping back around to the front of the school to catch the bus to Sisal. He turned the corner in the hallway towards that exit along with a couple other kids and saw the one person this extraneous exit was for, Baxter. Porter sighed and walked to the door knowing that the principal was staring at him the whole time. Porter was ready to walk out and right past him if the man didn't speak first. It was suffocating how the man seemed to always be managing him. It got Porter slightly convinced that he was a troublemaker. The principal held up one of his big hands. "Porter, can we talk?" "Principal Baxter." "Just listen. I'm not causing any fuss. I know what's going on. Inez said you're trying to save up a little money for a radio. You're working at that restaurant in Sisal." "Yeah, but now wait a minute. There's something interesting you may want to know." Baxter was absolutely cheesing. "You've been missing your student council meetings for no reason. There's a clause in the law of the school that gives the presidents 2 weeks paid vacation for great work done. Now, I have the money in my pocket. All you have to do is take it and get back to your meetings after school." Porter thought for a moment while Baxter took out the money from his back pocket. He handed the crisp wad to Porter, and Porter couldn't help but count it. It was an even 100 credits. Porter's heart started to race unexpectedly. He handed the money back to the principal, and Baxter made no move to take it back for a moment. Porter had to explain. "Principal Baxter, give me one more school week and I'll be back. It's all connected. You'll see. I'm working on something that will get our whole school back to the #1 spot for grades and testing. I got a killer idea," Porter explained without knowing how he came up with that on the fly. The principal sighed and took the money back. What am I going to tell your cabinet, Porter?